Good morning. I'm glad you've joined me for Sunday school today. So today is a really big day. We get to talk about Jesus's baptism. Now, you may remember your baptism if you were baptized when you were a little older. I know I was in my 20s when I was baptized, so I remember it. But if you were a baby, you probably don't remember it. But you may have seen a baptism in church. Now, a baptism is whenever a person or a child or a baby is brought to the font, and you'll notice the pastor will put water, the blessed water, on the baby's head or the child's head or the adult's head, and then the oil as well to seal it. And basically, this is something that we do as a physical reminder, something that we can feel, that we can see, that we can hear. This is a reminder that we're a child of God. Isn't that amazing? We get to be God's children. So we get to hear today all about Jesus's baptism. So we're going to read today out of the Spark Story Bible. While Jesus was living in Galilee, his cousin John the Baptist was preaching out in the country of Judea. The people loved John and came to see him and hear him whenever they could. Sometimes crowds of people came to see John by the Jordan River. When the crowds came, John would tell them, "Change what needs changing in your life. God's kingdom is here." The people would promise to change their lives, and then John would baptize them to show that they were a new person in God's eyes. "I baptize you on the outside with plain old water from the Jordan River, but this is nothing compared to what and who is coming," John would exclaim. "The one who is coming will baptize you with God's own Spirit. With God's Spirit, you will be changed from the inside out." While John was saying this, Jesus appeared. He asked John to baptize him. But John wasn't so sure. "What? Me baptize you? I think it should be the other way around," John said. But Jesus insisted. "Do it, John. God does amazing things in baptism." So John did what Jesus asked and baptized him. All the way under the water in the Jordan River Jesus went. And when he splashed up out of the river, Jesus saw the skies open up and he saw God's Spirit. It looked like a dove floating down to land on him. There was a voice too. The voice said, "This is my son. He has been chosen and marked by my love, and he is the great joy of my life." There are some pretty great things happening in this story. For one thing, we get to see the Trinity. Now, the Trinity is just another way of saying all of God, because God is three in one. So he is God, the Holy Spirit, and Jesus. God is all of these things in one. But sometimes we are a little limited, so maybe we only see or hear one thing at a time. But here in this story, we get to see all three parts of God, which is pretty awesome in itself. We get to hear God's voice, see the Holy Spirit, and hear Jesus' voice. Or maybe in our imagination, we can see Jesus be baptized. And actually, there's a craft we can do to help us visualize that. So in your bags, you probably had a cup from before you had glue stick, a little picture of Jesus. Now I've started to color this picture, and I would encourage you to color the picture as well. Now remember, we talked about how Jesus is born in the Middle East, so Jesus doesn't have light skin like me. Jesus had dark skin. So I decided I would use our crayons that have all the different skin colors and give him dark skin. Now, because we're talking about his baptism, I thought I would use blue maybe for the sash, but I think you can use any colors you want on any of this, actually. If you decide that Jesus should be in pink polka dots with lime green stripes, you go right ahead. I think it'd be pretty cute. And you probably also have a tongue depressor or a craft stick. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your cup, and actually you can color your cup blue. And you can use your crayons. If you have markers, that works as well. And I'm not going to do the whole thing because I think that'd be a boring video, but you can see I've got blue on there. The next thing I'm going to do is add a little slit to the bottom. Now I kind of pre-did the slit so I would know the easiest way to do this. So I'll show you. I'm going to take my scissors, and the easiest way I found was just to run the scissors several times over the bottom of the cup. And when I did that, eventually I got a slit. Can you see that? There it is. So now I've got my blue cup, and I've colored in Jesus. Now I take my glue stick and put a whole bunch of glue on the end. Just enough. Just stick Jesus on there. And he sticks on there pretty well. Now I'm going to take it, stick it right through the bottom of my cup. And now you can baptize Jesus. And he comes out, and the Holy Spirit lands on him, and the heavens open up, and God says, "This is my son, listen to him." Pretty cool thing. You could actually act it out for the people who are in your house with you. I will see you guys tonight at 6:30 for our check-in. I am looking forward to it. Have a great day, guys.